Praise God. Welcome to Just a Thought. And for today's thought, we are going to focus on sorrows or hardships. In our lifetime, we face a lot of sorrows, a lot of hardships, and we always wonder why this kind of sorrows are happening to us. Why are we the main source? Like we have to face the sorrows when rest others they are having a good life and I am the only one who's suffering. God has a plan for the sorrows. If He is giving you the sorrows, it means He has a bigger version, like a big prosperous life ahead of us. That's why God is giving us the sorrows, so that we can cross through the sorrows and focus on God. So in the Bible, there's one young guy named Joseph, the son of Jacob. He was well loved by his father and he was a dreamer. So whenever he dreams and he says these dreams, his brothers always hated him. So one day they plan of killing him. When he goes to give them food, they strip him of his coat, which was given by his father, and they put him in a well where there's no water, in an empty well. And from there, he was sold to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And he went on to go into Egypt. He was bought by Potiphar, and he was taking care of the Potiphar's house, all the work and everything. And God blessed Joseph, not only Joseph, because Joseph was faithful, God blessed Potiphar's house also. So even in the time of trouble, he was always faithful to God, through which he not only blessed Joseph but also blessed Potiphar and his house. And due to some circumstances, he landed in prison, and in prison, he meets the king's butler and baker. And they have a dream, and he interprets their dream, and the butler is restored back to the kingdom, and whereas the baker is hanged because they had the dream. And when the butler was restored, Joseph tells the butler, "Please do remember me when you go back." And the butler, once he got back his job, he went back to the kingdom. He totally forgot about Joseph. So that is what happens in most of our lives too. When we help someone, we expect them to help us back, whereas God is the one who's going to help us back. Because when we are expecting help from the person whom we help, all glory and honor is going to that person. So God doesn't want you to do that. So even if you help someone, just wait for God's time, because God is going to come and rescue us and take us out of our sorrow. So after 2 years, the king, Pharaoh of Egypt, he has a dream, and his dreams cannot be interpreted by anyone. And during that time, the butler tells the king, like, there was a guy in the prison, his name is Joseph, and he interpreted the dream. So they call butler Joseph in, and Joseph comes and interprets the dream. And after the dream is interpreted, Pharaoh tells to Joseph, "Spirit of God is with you, and you have interpreted the dream. And so I want you to handle all the all the financial and all the affairs of Egypt, so that in throne I'll be the number one, but the second one will be you. You will be taking care of all the things." And Joseph was 30 years old. So imagine, at the age of 17, he was inside a well, all are surrounded by darkness, no water, no food. And he might have been wondering, what is happening to me? But at the age of 30, he is surrounded by wealth and all the goodness and mercy. And in Genesis 45:7, it says, like, when his brothers come to him, Joseph tells them, "It is not you who put me in the well, but it is God, because God put me there so that I can be able to preserve you, all the family members, and everyone around me. Sometimes, whenever God puts us in a well, we always wonder why there is nothing there. Why should I be the only one who should be inside the well? But just imagine this, out of all the 11 brothers, Joseph was the one who was capable. That's what God saw in Joseph. He was capable of handling an entire country. Sometimes, whenever you go through sorrows, just imagine this. We go through sorrow because God is going to bless us. And He's not only going to bless us, He's going to bless our community, our family, our neighbors, our church, our society, our state, our country, everything around us. That's what God is going to do us. So the next time, whenever you go through a sorrow or difficulty, just imagine this: God is preparing a way. That's what happens in New Testament. If you come, Jesus Christ came to this world. He gave out his life. He was tortured, beaten, and he was laid on the cross where he died, and he rose up after 3 days. But he had to go through all the hardship and sorrows. Because of that, he was able to go to heaven and prepare a place for us back in heaven, so that even if any one of us, whoever believes in Jesus Christ, has a place in heaven because of the sorrows and hardship which he faced, he has created a place for us. So the next time whenever sorrows and hardship comes, just imagine this: I got a better place somewhere in the near future which God is going to give it to me. Let God bless you with all these words. Thank you.